The following program is brought to you by Wightman TV and Bruce Telecom.
I'm Eurig with the Mount Forest District Chamber of Commerce, and with me is Trish Wake. She's the new community animator, and welcome to What's Happening. Come on, everybody, let's check it out.
They just kind of keep tearing stuff down.
Good afternoon. I'm here with Leighl from the Student Council for Victoria Cross Public School. He's got a couple of things that he's going to share with us, so here you go.
Hi, Trish. Thanks for this opportunity. For the past 5 years, Victoria Cross Public School School Council has actively promoted parent engagement. Studies have shown that where parent engagement is high, students achieve more. So what we've been doing for the last 5 years is we've undertaken a number of projects, events at the school that bring parents in a gentle setting, a non-threatening setting, getting families into the school. We've held conferences for moms and daughters focused on self-esteem. We've held, we had an amazing math race night. It was based on the show The Amazing Race, where parents and kids went around from different centers in the school. So they moved throughout the school, doing age-appropriate math problems that connected with the curriculum, and we showed parents how they could support math learning at their school, at home. We've held events that focused on physical education, and we've got an event tonight, spaghetti movie night. So spaghetti dinner, and then followed by a movie. And on November 24th, I'm excited to share that we are holding a STEM night. That's STEM. Education is full of acronyms, and STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. So on this particular evening, we will have a company come in, and they're going to run 3 different seminars. They'll be concurrent, so there'll be 3 different events going on. There will be an opportunity for parents and kids to use a computer to program a robot to engage in different activities. There will be an opportunity for parents and kids to work with a rocket, and the object will be to hit a target. So they're going to change different parameters on the rocket and see how that affects the accuracy. And there will be 3D imaging on the computer, and there will be 3D printers on display. The evening is free. It's supported in large part by what's called a Parents Reaching Out grant, a pro-grant that is given out every year by the Ministry of Education to schools and other groups. It does, however, leave us still short, so we'll be actively trying to raise funds to help us cover the cost of the evening.
Well, that sounds like a whole lot of fun, actually. How many kids and parents can come to that?
Well, our focus is primarily the Victoria Cross Public School community. Mm-hmm. However, if you are a parent and from outside of our school community but in Mount Forest, you're certainly welcome to attend as well. I think we'll be able to accommodate well over 60 families. One of the robotic section, for example, will be able to accommodate 60 people. And then, as I said, there are 2 other units, so people can, if one section is busy, try out one of the other activities until there's a free space. Yeah.
And are there openings as well on the council for other parents to get involved?
Always, Trish. We, it's that old adage where many hands make light work. We have, as I said, we've been actively trying to promote parent engagement, and that means running as many activities as we can through the year. Perhaps you may have noticed, through the years as your kids move through the school, that we have stepped up our programming, and so there's lots of opportunity to get involved.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time. I myself am looking forward to STEM night, and we look for some great participation within the school.
You know what I forgot to mention? I think I forgot to say the date.
Maybe.
It's November 24th. It's a Tuesday. We haven't yet nailed down the time, but it would be something like either 6 to 8, 6:38 to 8, or 7 to 9. We will be promoting it through posters throughout town and through the newsletter for families that for our school families, as well as robocalls. We do that too.
Excellent. Again, so that's November 24th, STEM night at Victoria Cross Public School. I'm here with Christine Veit from Safe Communities. Hi, Christine. How are you doing today?
Hi, Trish. I'm doing wonderful.
Excellent. Excellent. So you got a couple of things going on with Safe Communities. How about you tell us about it?
Well, we've got as you can see, we've got our Red Thumb Reminder banner right here. And it's our focus on distracted driving, to prevent people from distracted driving, essentially. It's actually it's replaced drinking and driving as the #1 killer in teens. 13% of the driving population is teens and young adults. And they represent over 25% of motor vehicle accidents, which is something that we want to make sure that they have, I don't like that. Rewind. Okay, so 13% of the driving population are teens and young adults. 25% of motor vehicle accidents are caused by that population. There's a big discrepancy there, obviously. So we want to make sure that we keep our teens and our young adults safe, and that's why we've implemented the Red Thumb Reminder campaign. We've put it out across Wellington County at all the Wellington County high schools. We're right in front of Wellington Heights here. We're also in Erin District, Norwell, Center Wellington. And I think that's it. That's 4, right? Okay. Those are the 4 high schools. So, and so a lot of the different high schools have implemented it, and they're having the student councils. They're having the student council as their champions for the Red Thumb Reminder, which is fantastic.
So Safe Communities, how long has it been in our area, and what kinds of things do you guys do?
Well, we've been around since 2013. We designated ourselves as a safe community back in June 2013. And actually prior to that, that was when we went through the designation process. And we went through Parachute Canada to become a safe community within Wellington County. And so we actually worked with EMS, fire services, public health, the healthcare system, with pretty much everybody in our county kind of working towards becoming a safer community. And we identified 3 different priority areas within Wellington County as areas that we need to really work on. And number 1 was falls, actually. Falls in the older population as well as falls in the younger population. Falls in the older population. So important for the older population to stay active, obviously, and so there's a lot of people that are within our leadership table that are keen on making sure that the older population stays active, as well as strength training is such a huge thing, especially for bone health, right? So we want to revolve all of our different programs around that, so that we prevent these falls from happening. It's so taxing on our healthcare system; it's unbelievable. So, all these things that we are focusing on is basically prevention. We want to make sure that we keep everybody safe, and we don't want to spend the taxpayer dollars on preventable injuries, right? Our second priority area is intentional self-harm. Intentional self-harm, unfortunately, is what I just said to you. It's suicide. It's cutting yourself. It's intentionally hurting yourself. And so we do have a priority advisory group which is focusing on a toolkit this time, actually in 2016, and a toolkit for people to actually understand what these teens are going through. We actually just went through a bunch of Safe Talk workshops. It's kind of like we all recognize that we need to do St. John's Ambulance for first aid, right?
Yes.
Okay, we know that. Safe Talk workshops, it is first aid for mental health. It's for you to recognize if someone needs a little bit of help. Don't be afraid to ask. That's one of the biggest things that it kind of focuses on. Don't be afraid to ask someone if they want to commit suicide. A lot of the times they're waiting for that. They want to know that you care, right?
Yeah.
And then our final priority area is motor vehicle on and off road accidents, and that's where the Red Thumb Reminder campaign comes in. So so we're actually rolling this out, obviously, in the high schools, across the high schools. But I'm also going around and I'm painting thumbnails red. So if you see me around town and you notice that I'm kind of walking around trying to figure out, if you want to come over and talk to me, I will always have my red nail polish on me. I'll either have red nail polish on me or candy. So either way, you're going to be able to you're going to get something from me. And the idea is for it to go viral. We want to make sure that the awareness is out there, because we don't want any more accidents because of distracted driving. Like, regardless.
Yeah, that's excellent, and I'm right on board with that. See my red thumb, and we just look forward to seeing more things come through from Safe Communities. I'm really excited about it. So they'll also be participating in the volunteer fair held on November 10th, looking for people to spread the word and help them. So thank you very much, Christine, for joining us. Well, we're speaking with Nicole West from Skate Canada. Nicole, you have a lot of things coming on. You know, it's getting into the season. So why don't you share those things with us?
Coming up, we've got our Halloween skate on Monday night. So we'll be having a painted pumpkin auction. So we've had families paint pumpkins, and they're quite amazing. They're on our Facebook page, and they'll be up for auction. We also have a candy tower that's been donated by Foodland, so that's up for auction on Monday night as well. People are welcome from the community to come to that. This is our 40th anniversary this year, so it's an exciting year for us. The club's been around for a long time, so we're celebrating that with a big carnival at the end of the season and asking that community members come back and bring their old paraphernalia and carnival books, sweaters, things that they have from when they were skaters or their kids were skaters. We're going to put on a display table, so we're looking for members to catch up with us and let us know that they have these things. We'll also be having a special VIP section for all those members to come back and watch our carnival. On November the 23rd, which is a Monday night, we're having a vendor sale. So it's our Christmas vendor night, and that's to help our vendors. A lot of them are skating club members who are talented and are going to be vendors. As well, it's a fundraiser for the club to help support our programs, because it costs over $50,000 a year to run the club. So we don't charge our skaters anywhere near the actual price. So we have to subsidize by doing fundraisers. We're also looking to purchase a harness, which is about $5,000 US, and that's a jumping tool to help skaters in their jumping technique. And so that's an excellent aid that both can benefit our skaters and skaters from other clubs in the area.
Fantastic. That sounds like a bunch of different things coming on. You guys must be like a whirlwind. So what about competitions and stuff? How often do those happen?
We're gearing up for one. The first one now, a bunch of the skaters are going up to Bracebridge for a Santa Fun competition, and that will be in the beginning of December. So the skaters have been training hard. We've implemented a new off-ice program this year, so it's being done Monday nights for skaters, and the Sunday skaters that are here, some of those who are braving the 7:30 morning ice, there's a special off-ice program for them too to get ready. So that's probably one of the first competition that's happening. Some of them are out of area, some of them are local competitions, and we also have test days for the various levels coming up. And our can skaters that skate Monday nights are tested weekly, so they skate at their own pace and they are tested, and that way they move up at their own pace through the different levels.
That sounds really great. So for other people of the community who don't skate but they enjoy figure skating, can they come and watch?
They can come and watch anytime. We also have an adult learn to skate program, so if there's an adult who would like to learn, they're certainly more than welcome. We have Special Olympians that come out to skate as well. We have an adult synchro team. We recently have 2 gentlemen who've joined us skating this year. They're hockey players, but they're learning some great skating skills. So the adult synchro team is always looking for new members. And also we have a teen program, which is really popular for kids who maybe didn't learn to skate as well as they would have liked, and they're coming to learn to skate, whether it's just to learn for public skating so they feel comfortable, and some of them like to stick around and stay on. But certainly anybody can come and watch the skaters. They're always welcome.
And if anybody wants to join, who do they contact? How do they get in touch with anybody?
They can call me, Nicole West, at 323-2533. We also have a website, which is www.skatecanadamountforest.com. Gmail address is the same. It's skatecanadamountforest@gmail.com. And we have a Facebook page, too, that you can find us under.
Fantastic. That sounds great. What a great way to get involved and be active. Thank you again. We're still here at the Mount Forest Sports Complex, and I was able to find Wendy and John, who are the co-chairs for the IPM 2016. And in case you don't know what IPM is, it's International Plowing Match, and we're so excited to have it in our community next year. So Wendy and John, how about you tell me a little bit about the IPM and also what you guys are looking to do as the co-chairs of the volunteers?
Well, it's been 16 years since the IPM's been in Wellington County, so we're really excited to have it come back to Wellington County. Earl and Ann Schneider are the host farm for the IPM, and the location is going to be on County Road 109 at Gillespie Lane.
And that's where it was held 16 years ago? No?
Tiviotdale 16 years ago.
Good to know. Those are things I don't know.
Yeah, it's quite interesting actually. On the Wellington County website, you can find some history of the IPM matches through the years that have been held in Wellington County. It's quite interesting. Yeah.
Now, John, you guys are looking for volunteers for what part of the IPM? Because I know you guys are busy and you have lots of action going on, and there's, even starting now. And, well, I guess, when did you guys launch the idea of 2016 IPM? Because it's been pushing since then.
Yeah, it's actually been going on for a few years now. We got on board about 6 or 8 months ago as the volunteers. And right now, we have 45 different committees that are working now on this. Now, most of the chairs are all filled and most of the committees are filled out. So the volunteer side of that has been going really well. We're going to need a total of close to 1,500 people to help run this. Because you have to realize, at the site, just the tented city, which is the core of it, that alone encompasses over 100 acres. And there's going to be like 600 exhibitors at that one site. Then surrounding it is the plowing sites for the tractors and the horses and things like that. So to make this all work, we need a lot of people. And everybody can volunteer if they're over 16. And there's jobs for people who can do a lot of heavy work or people who have to sit all the time. We need people to bring people like into the RV park and register them. We need people to drive tractors because we have to move all these people, which is going to be like 20,000 people a day. These people all have to be moved. So, and there's people to help them on and off the wagons, things like that. So there's all kinds of volunteerism available.
So that was ages 16 and up, doing driving, serving, kind of like...
Now for driving,
yeah.
They need to be 18 years.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
okay.
one stipulation.
Definitely.
But, younger than that for non-driving volunteer positions.
And is that like do they have to do gate services and...
That'll
yeah.
be part of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
gates
perfect.
is huge.
Perfect.
There's 4 to 5 gates that people come through, and there are people at each gate taking tickets or selling tickets, stamping people so they can come in and go out and come back in again. There are people for information booths who hand out the programs so that you know where to go on the site. And people making lunches to feed all the volunteers. They work off-site generally, maybe in a local church or that type of thing.
What is the date of the IPM, and when do you want to have all your volunteers registered by?
Well, it's September 20th to the 24th, 2016. And we'll be starting our big push at the start of next year for our volunteers. But anyone can now go on our site, and there's a form on there they can fill out online, or they can download it and fax it in or drop it off at the Minto Township office.
Perfect. Now, you guys are also going to be involved in my volunteer fair at the Wellington Heights Secondary School, and that's excellent. So that'll be a great opportunity to meet with the students and see who is really excited about that and get some hype going, I think.
Yes.
So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Did you guys have anything else to share?
Just that right now we're starting our big push for sponsors, because there's a lot of things to be paid for here, and it's a great opportunity for any local business to get involved, because like I say, there's 20,000 people a day coming through. There's millions of dollars spent by these people on farm-related products or household products. It covers the whole range. It's just not farming. So for local sponsors and that, it's a great opportunity.
Now, I see, John, that you have something special in your hand. Maybe you could share a little bit about that.
This is our cookbook that's out, and it was put together by the committee for the IPM. And it's huge. Everything's local. People have contributed to it, and it's only $10, which is really quite amazing. And they're available at different areas. We are setting up a place where people can come and buy souvenirs and that, but at this time it's not quite ready. So as soon as it is, we'll get it out there.
And will that be volunteer ran as well then?
Yes.
Because I think I heard about it.
And one more thing I'd like to get in on the volunteers. High school students, when they volunteer, they have to give it so many hours in before they graduate. But they can't volunteer during school hours. So the match runs from Tuesday to Saturday. But we need a lot of people on the Saturday. We need a lot of people on the Sunday, and this is where the students could really get in on it, because we have to take the whole site down. And the weekend before, we have to set the whole thing up. That's where the students could come in, get their hours. It's right there. It's just south of Harrison, easy to get to. So I think it would work great for them.
Excellent. So this has been a great opportunity to touch base with some members of the IPM 2016, and I'm really excited to be a part of that. So thank you again, Wendy and John, and I look forward to seeing you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dee Dee, for all the fun I had. I had fun going around to all the organizations in town and finding out what's coming up next. Now, if you have any time, go to mountforest.ca and check out our events calendar. There you'll find lots more to see. And if you'd like to get involved yourself, just send me an email at volunteer@mountforest.ca. Thanks.
The preceding program was brought to you by Wightman TV and Bruce Telecom.